Hello everyone, welcome back to Digital IT Lab. This is Bear, and in this video we are going to learn one of the most important security tips in Microsoft Azure. Azure policies, role-based access control, identity and access management. If you are new to Azure, preparing for Azure 900 or working as a system or cloud administrator, then this video is very important for you. So let's start step by step in very simple way. First, let's understand what is IAM. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. IAM means who can access Azure, what they can access, what actions they can perform. In Azure, users, groups, applications, and services all are managed using Identity and Access Management. Azure uses Microsoft Entra ID for IAM. Now let's talk about RBAC, role-based access control. RBAC means giving permission based on roles instead of individual permissions. You don't give 10 permissions one by one, you assign one role and Azure handles everything. Why RBAC is important? Because it gives better security, easy management, less mistakes, principle of least privilege. Least privilege means give only required access, not full access. RBAC has three main components: security principle, role definition, scope. In security principle, who needs access? Users, group, service principle, manage identity. In role definition, what permission is needed, some common built-in roles, owner, full access plus can assign roles. Contributor can manage resources but cannot assign roles. Reader can only view resources. In scope, where permissions applies, scope can be management group, subscription, resource group, individual resources. Higher scope means more power, low scope means more secure. Now let's do a practical demo. Log into your Azure portal, open resource groups, select any resource group, click on access control from left menu, click on add, select add role assignment, select reader, click on next, choose user, click on select members, select your user, click on next and click on review plus assign. Now that user has read-only access to that resource group. Now let's move to Azure Policy. What is Azure Policy? Azure Policy is used to enforce rules and standards on Azure resources. RBAC controls who can do what. Azure Policy control what is allowed or not allowed. Let's take some examples. Azure Policy only allow East US region, block public IP creation, require resource tags, allow only specific VM size. Now let's discuss some difference between RBAC and Azure Policy. The purpose of RBAC is access control and the Azure Policy is role enforcement. RBAC focus on who can do what, while Azure Policy what can be created. In RBAC, user is the reader, while in Azure Policy, VM must be in East US. Both work together for strong security. In Azure portal, open Azure Policy, click on assignments, click on assign policy, choose subscription or resource group. In scope, select policy definition. To select policy definition, click on these three dots, search for allowed location. Select allowed locations and click on add, click on next, choose allowed region like East US, click on review plus create, click on create. Policy is now active. No users cannot create resources outside that region. Now let's take some real world scenarios. In company roles, developers can create VMs. No public IP allowed. The solution is use RBAC to give contributor role. Use Azure Policy to block public IP and restrict region. Let's discuss some best practices. Always use groups, not individual users. Assign roles at lowest scope possible. Use Azure Policy for governance. Review access regularly. Avoid giving owner role unnecessarily. Let's take some quick recap. Today we learned what is IAM, What is RBAC? How RBAC works? Practical RBAC assignments. What is Azure Policy? Difference between RBAC and a policy. Practical Azure Policy demo. That's it for today's video. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to Digital IT Lab. In the next video, we will continue our Azure Beginner to Pro series. Thanks for watching. This is Baz. See you in the next video.